Hello, hello. Let's roll. Got to get us live over on Instagram. Welcome back. Day 3 of the holiday revenue challenge. Let me just get us going here. I think we're on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and now Instagram. Boom. Let's roll. So once again, my name's Nick. I'm the host of the Holiday Revenue Challenge. This is designed to help you either start or grow your business during the holiday season when everyone's taking off spending money. You're going to be making money. And today, got something really special for you. We're going to be talking about different business models that you can easily set up to generate revenue, right? Whether you have an existing business and offer or if you're just getting started, all right? So essentially, there are 3 different models. Let me just pull up my notes here. But we're going to be focusing on the coaching industry because obviously you could do a lot of stuff. There's a lot of ways to make money. There's SMMA, there's e-commerce, there's, endless, you can come up with all that. I like coaching because it's service-based business. It's very easy to get a business up and running, even if it's a new business model, like a new revenue stream within a current business, or if you're brand new, you've never done it before, there's very low barrier to entry, very minimal cost to get started. You can do it with your phone or computer that you have right now. You don't need a lot of software. You don't need to buy inventory. You don't need specialized training in most cases. You just need to know something that someone else wants to know, right? But within that, there's a few different ways you can structure it. And that's going to depend on what your goals are and really, what you like to do. So we're going to be covering the 3 main ways that you can generate income right now through coaching. So number 1 is one-on-one coaching. Now, this is the easiest because you don't necessarily have to have everything planned out. You can just talk to someone and figure out what they need help with and then work with them one-on-one and design your offer from there. That's how I always start my businesses, even if it's like an in-person service-based business. I did that with my home organization. I didn't know exactly how it was going to go. I had an idea of how it was going to go and what I wanted to do, but you got to figure it out as you go. So it's really nice at the beginning to just work one-on-one with people. And that way you can kind of work out all the kinks and figure out exactly what has the most impact and what people really need the most help with, because you might think they have a question about A, but really they have a question about B and C. Does that make sense? So one-on-one is super easy. And just to give you an example, you could do this in like health. You could do fitness or nutrition coaching. In the wealth space, you could do like career or business coaching. And obviously within that, there's a million different ways you can help someone based on your expertise. And then within relationships, those are like the 3 big categories. And in relationships, it could be like confidence or couples coaching, dating. You never know. There's like literally, you just want to think about any problem that you've ever had in one of those areas, health, wealth, and relationships. And if you created a solution or experienced a solution that someone else created for you, but you can take that, repurpose it, and now help people with that problem. By the way, that's how I started my home organization business. I got organized myself and then realized other people wanted help with the same thing and then started charging for it. Simple. Like I didn't say, oh, I want to start an organizing business, so I need to learn how to get organized. It was like the opposite. I was trying to solve a problem for me and then realized that there was a larger problem in our community in general, that people had way too much stuff and they wanted help with it. So then I was able to do that, right? So that's option number 1. One-on-one coaching works really well. You can charge a lot for it. Very personalized, very easy to get started. Second option, let's take a look here. This would be group coaching. So this is kind of like the next step. Once you have an idea of what you're going to be coaching, you can then get a bigger audience so you could work with many people at once. And you can do this through like weekly group coaching. You could also do like one-off events like workshops. I did that when I launched a online course. So a few years ago, I had an online course helping women become professional organizers because I was a professional organizer. And it was like, hey, let's teach other people how to do this. And so before I went and recorded a big online course, I wanted to test out the material and make sure I was covering what they really needed to know. So I hosted a live weekend workshop where I taught everything. Okay. I charged $297 for it. It was very low ticket, easy, right? And I literally spent like 20 hours live on Zoom that weekend going step by step through everything that I thought they would need to know to start and grow that business. And that allowed me not only to work with many more people, but also to refine my material so that I could then take that and record it and automate that into an online course. And you can do high ticket weekend workshops. You can, doesn't have to be low ticket. That was just the beginning. I just wanted to test it out and see, hey, would someone even pay $300 for this? Because if they won't, if I can't sell it for 300, then my offer is wrong. My message is wrong. The audience, something's not working right. Do you know what I mean? So that was like a test. But then once you know it does work, you can use that as a business model. You can do workshops over and over again. You can charge high ticket for them. You could do in-person events, retreats, conferences. This really, there's no limits to this, what you can do with that. But that would be like the group coaching. And again, you can have like group coaching calls, masterminds, a lot of different ways you can structure that. And then the third type of online business for coaching specifically would be the online course, which is really everything we just talked about, but automated. And so that would be, they're going to go through it themselves at their own pace. But to do an online course, you want to have already coached people one-on-one and in a group setting to make sure that you're covering the material they're going to really need to know, or they're going to have a lot of follow-up questions and they won't be able to implement. And the most important thing is that they can implement without a lot of questions. They're always going to have more questions. You're never going to be able to answer everything because they're just going to have different stuff that, they thought of that you didn't, or they're going to think their situation is unique when it's not. They're just coming up with excuses as to why they can't do something, right? So they're always going to have more and more and more questions, but you need to first make sure that you just simplify it and cover the most important material and give them very clear and actionable steps. But this is extremely scalable because you record it once, you sell it many times, and that can be the product itself. It could be the introductory product where they go through it at their own pace and learn, and then they want to work with you one-on-one or in the group coaching, and you can upsell them to that. There's a lot of ways you can go about that. I like to make free courses just to give people a taste of what I can help them with. And then after they get some wins and they're moving forward and they're excited, it's a lot easier than to say, hey, why don't you come work with me? Because, if you like the free material, if you like my online course, you're going to love what the one-on-one is like, or the group coaching. You're going to love coming to the events, all those different things, right? So you can use one-on-one group coaching and online courses all together. It doesn't have to be one or the other, but these are all different models you can use independently as well. And a lot of people do like the idea of an online course, but they don't quite see how they're going to get there. And how you're going to get there is by starting very lean, one-on-one, and then refining that. And of course, if you can do some group coaching, that's going to really accelerate everything. I actually get more out of my coaching sessions than I think my clients do, because I'm always learning what they need help with. They're always asking different questions, giving me different things to think about, different problems to solve. So every time I have a coaching session, I always walk away from it with like 10 or 15 new ideas of content I can create, different offers I can make. So if you're not in that situation, then you're not really connecting with your audience. So I love working with them, because then it's just going to help me just as much, or if not more, than it's going to help them, right? But those are really the three main business models that you can use right now to start coaching. So let me take a look here and see if there were any questions. I don't think there was anything specific people had, but let me know down in the comments, what would you want to start with? Would you want to do one-on-one coaching, group coaching, online courses? And what's your niche? What's your offer? Health and wellness, relationships, wealth building? Let me know down below. Would love to help you out with that. And again, I will see you guys every single day, 1 p.m. Eastern. So follow this page for more. You'd be great, because nothing else pays, and I'll see you soon.